One of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cox. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
From the gun, the running back has it. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll run play action. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and long, everybody. Years back, and coming after the quarterback, you try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Off play action on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. What a nice job finding the back on the angle route. That's a tough thing to cover.
And I love the matchup for this quarterback. He knew there on 3rd down. He had the one-on-one with his running back and that defender. Nice job on the route, crossing the defender's face. Easy completion. The drive stays alive.
With jet sweep pass. Runs through the tackle. Off he goes. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
29 Phil.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were. And the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The running back has it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Knight. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Completes it in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Man, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Okay. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Dropping back, it's Knight. This time he's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Power football with the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Sooners will boot away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
He's marked at the 33. Brings up 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33.
Come on, set.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Green 25.
Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
42 Spider.
They'll try the run. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go.
They'll run it from the gun. Makes his man miss.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Line 22.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here.
On the
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Knight. He lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he got loose, it was all over. No midseason concentration labs here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Syracuse is going to enjoy the trip back to Central New York after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there inside the dome, and suddenly it's quite the resume. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Give to the back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now on the option. Quick toss. At the 40, there he goes. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 21, Oklahoma 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, man. They need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And he will take it in. Touchdown Sooners!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
The give to the tailback. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against a defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down.
29 Philly.
Leaves it with the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Across the 25, he's got room. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get